Tonight's edition of Sports Final is sponsored by your Quality Plus Ford dealers.
The ball will be spotted at the 21. Here is the game right here. The ball is spotted. The kick is away. It's gone! And the Eagles win it!
And Bobby Hoeing indeed was the man tonight. Welcome to Sports Final, everyone. I'm your host, WCAU-TV. What a game this was. Over 1,000 yards of total offense combined, both teams. 86 total points, and what a day for the Eagles, and what a day for quarterback Bobby Hoeing. Speaking of number 7, he joins me now in studio. He was kind enough to come in tonight. I thank you very much.
No
Congratulations
problem.
on a great game. You brought in your fiancee, Jill. She's just sitting off camera, but you guys are getting married in June.
Yep, June 26th.
So we should say to all the women out there, he is spoken for, number 7. Talk about the game today. You grew up in St. Henry, Ohio, just 90 miles outside of Cincinnati. You grew up watching Boomer as a kid, and here you were out boomering Boomer today.
Yeah, it was a special day for me. I grew up watching the Bengals and really was, I guess, a fan for a few years. We'd go down and watch their games 2 or 3 times a year, and so it was a very special day for me today.
Earlier in the season, Ray Rhodes had made the comment that when people were clamoring to have Bobby Hoeing enter the game, that he would not turn over the reins to you until they were completely out of the playoff picture. Now, they aren't, certainly, but when he handed the reins over to you 3 games ago, a lot of people thought, in their minds at least, that you guys were out of the playoff picture.
Well, I just think that we all took the approach, and really Ricky Waters, Irving Farr, all the guys on offense are still battling hard and playing hard, and really, give me a lot of confidence. But we're all playing as though, we still got a great chance at this thing and still got a chance to make the playoffs.
Certainly you guys still do, and you're probably still in control of your own destiny. Let's check out the highlights from earlier today. Ray Rhodes and his team looking for his 6th win of the season and 5th here at home. On 3rd and 8, Bobby Hoeing will hit Michael Timpson for the 23-yard score that would give the Eagles an early 7-0 lead. But the Bengals would come right back, and they would take a 14-7 lead on this Boomer Esiason to James Hunden 36-yard score. Boomer 27-47, 378 yards today, 4 touchdowns. Second quarter, Penn State's Kajana Carter will fumble on 4th and 3. The Eagles would recover. They take over on downs. And on the ensuing kickoff, Eric Bieniemy is hit by Darian Connor, and Michael Zordich would recover. Look at Mike go. 3rd and 7 now. And Bobby will hit another tight end, Jimmy Johnson. That is his first touchdown in 6 years. It's a 16-yard score, 21-14 Eagles. A field goal made it 24-14 at the break. 3rd quarter now. Watch this catch by Kevin Turner over the Bengals defender for the 23-yard touch, and the Eagles take a 34-31 lead. 4th quarter now. Ricky Waters takes it in from 16 yards out to give the Birds the 41-28 lead. Very comfortable now at this point, and it looks like the Eagles are soaring. Not so fast. Boomer hits Hunden again, this time from 13 yards out. That would make it 41-35. And another Penn State guy, Brian Milne, will score with a minute to go to give Cincy a 42-41 lead. But it's back to Hoeing and Fryer, good for 18 yards to the Bengals 13. And from there, Chris Bonio makes good on the 31-yarder. And the Eagles hold on to win 44-42. What a barn burner it was. Back now in studio with Eagles Bobby Hoeing, the winning quarterback today. 54 seconds left on the clock, and as we were talking before the break, what was going through your mind with 54 seconds left? You've got to take your team down and get a field goal.
Well, I think you're really disappointed in the fact that we lost the lead there. And you almost feel as though you have no chance, but you have to realize that we really only needed 3 points, and it's not like we had to go the length of the football field and score a touchdown. We just needed to get in Chris's range and give him a chance. You hear from a lot of players and the kinds of things that are said in huddles from a quarterback that makes them feel like, okay, this guy is going to lead us down. He's giving us all the confidence in the world. What kinds of things do you say in the huddle when it's 54 seconds left in the game and your back's up against your own side of the field? I don't know if I can quite remember what I said today because it was pretty intense out there, but I just came in the huddle and said all we need is 3 points, and we just need a couple big plays, and that's what happened. Were you hoping, as it turned out, he left you 54 seconds,
but he could have just left you 10 seconds. I'm sure in your mind, as you're standing there on the sidelines watching things unfold, that things happened, worked out just the way you wanted it to happen, leaving you enough time that you could go down.
Yeah, first of all, you're thinking, let's hold them, obviously. And, when they got down there on the 1 yard line, you're hoping, all right, go ahead and score and leave us as much time as we can get. And, as it turns out, they left us just enough time.
One of the things that Ray Rhodes praised you for today was the fact that you sprayed the ball around. You moved around. Only one ball, but you got it in the hands of 9 different receivers today.
That was big. I think everybody did a great job of getting open, ran great routes for me. And I'm just sitting there trying to go through the offense and pick out the guy that's open, go through my progression. And Coach Gruden did a great job calling the game today.
When you're going through your progression, you're going 1, 2, 3. Sometimes you're getting to your second and third receivers, which is really the mark of a quarterback who understands the game.
Yeah, and I think that's something that I learned to do in the year and a half that I sat out here watching Ty and Rodney run this offense, and they did a great job at it. And it's something that I really picked up on, and it's something you have to do in this offense.
Okay, we're going to talk a little bit more when we come back here about the fact that you had to sit out a year and a half, and a lot of people wondering, well, why did he have to sit out a year and a half? Don't go away. There's much more ahead on Sports Final. We have more with Eagles quarterback Bobby Hoying. All that ahead on Sports Final. Come back.
The Simpson of the Eagles take the lead.
They call me Johnny Lot Guy, but I prefer exterior design manager. I turn huge selection into a work of art. This lot is my canvas. Then along comes a customer to test drive a Ford Contour, and boom! It's like messing with the Mona Lisa. With its powerful engine, smooth handling, people drive it, they buy it. These people have no appreciation for art.
Ford Contour, only $199 a month. That's another plus at your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
Over the river and through the woods. Nah, Granny can wait. Right now, get a great lease deal, like $299 a month for 36 months and $21.18 due at lease signing. And the all-new, completely reinvented 1998 Isuzu Rodeo.
The game right here. The ball is spotted. The kick is away. It's gone! It's gone! At the gun! And the Eagles win it! The Eagles win it! Finally, the Eagles win it!
That is Merrill Reese with the call. The Eagles winning today 44-42 on the strength of Bobby Hoying's 4 touchdown passes. Joining me now in studio, Bobby Hoying, of course, the hero of today's game, and Howard Eskin. You were talking in the break as we were heading to break that you learned quite a bit sitting on the sidelines for the last year and a half. What exactly did you learn sitting there with the clipboard?
I think a lot of things just, other than football as well, is how all the things that go on with the starting quarterback around this place. Through Rod and Ty, you learn a lot, and it's not just always just football.
I've never been one to say that I told you so, but I told him to say, I never said that. I think this might be the first time. This might be, historic television that you should have started at the beginning of the year. But that's behind the Eagles. It's behind everybody. But I was talking to Ray Rhodes today after the game, and he said that he's never seen a quarterback, and he's been through this offense with a lot of teams, pick this offense up as quickly as you have. Now, to explain to people, because I think it's hard for them to understand, when Vi talks about progression and you talk about progression, can you explain in layman's terms what the progression is? Let's say the touchdown pass to Timpson. I don't know if he was the first, second, or third receiver. Can you kind of explain that?
On that play, he was really the first receiver. He got off coverage, soft coverage outside, and he just ran a great route and threw him the ball. But
it's like Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, if you look at that play, I think it's pretty simple, really. I mean, you got the first guy you look at, the second guy you look at, the third guy you look at, and if the first guy is open, you usually don't pass him up unless it's a third and long situation where you have to get to that second or third guy that's down the field. But it's really pretty simple. Where it becomes hard sometimes is how long do you stay with a guy? and give them a chance to get open. I mean, you have to come off of guys and be able to do that. But you know, the guys today ran great routes for me and got open.
That's the kind of thing that just comes with time and with feel and with experience, is how long you're going to stand there. And you also have to have a certain sense about how much time your offensive line is, which is I think what you're saying, how much time your offensive line is going to give.
Right, you have to you know, recognize the blitz, and I mean obviously you're going to have to get rid of the ball a lot faster. And you know, I know in the Baltimore game I took a couple sacks I shouldn't have taken, but I think you learn from that, and you become more comfortable in the pocket where you feel that, all right, I can hang with this guy a little bit longer, and you know, sometimes you got to get rid of it.
And the other thing that you did, and I asked Ray about this too, when you ran, and I didn't know that you could run like that.
You can run track, right?
I ran track.
My gosh, this guy's now running. They're running with the football. See, that 7, we remember Jaworski, and he was never a runner with that number. But when do you make the decision to start to leave the pocket and take off?
I think you know, the couple times today that I ran, it just was wide open. You just feel it. It's just right in front of you, and you just take off and try to make a play. But I think in this offense, you know, you scramble to find an open receiver first, and then if it's not there, run the ball.
Bobby, I'm curious because you mentioned that sitting on the sidelines for the last year and a half, you learned something from watching your predecessors, and it wasn't just football. What exactly did you learn in terms of the pressure, the kinds of pressure that could be exerted from the media and from the fans here in this town?
Well, I know that you know, it's probably not going to be all great times here. You know, we've won 2 games here in a row, and you know, we got a nice little streak going, but I know that there's going to be a time where I'm going to have to deal with some negative criticism and go through some tough times, but you know, I've kind of experienced that through Ty and Rodney's eyes, but you know, on top of that, you know, I was able to sit there, learn the offense, watch a lot of film, and really you know, get up to date on what we're doing.
Do you know what this town can be like? I mean, you're good. They love you. I mean, you might as well put up a monument. You kind of know the other side then too.
Yeah, I think that's anywhere. I think you know, I think you just got to go out and play your game and not really pay attention to what everybody's saying about you. And you know, we got 3 games left this year, and hopefully we win all 3. We're in the playoffs.
You know, the one thing I got to say, and then I want to thank you for coming here. You've handled yourself, and somebody, I forget who, I think Michael Zordich said today, boy, that guy handles himself well. And I think that's important in the position you're in, and I think you've done it as well as anybody that's come in this town has been that new. I really do.
Well, I just think that you can be humbled really fast in this town. So I think you know, you're only as good as your last game, and really have to really turn our focus on the Giants this week.
Appreciate you coming in.
And if you do win this game in the next 3, then you go ahead and build that monument right now.
You're all right until the Redskin game, and then I'll make a decision.
All right, Bobby, thanks a lot for coming in.
No
You're a good man, and we're all happy for you. There's still lots more ahead on Sports Final tonight.
You know, everybody was trying to remain poised, and us being poised and keeping our composure, that definitely helps Bobby.
We'll get you inside the winning Eagles locker room with the Locker Room Report. That's coming up on Sports Final.
Eagles Locker Room Report, sponsored by your friendly Dodge dealer and by Sprint PCS.
Everyone loves a parade, so everyone is sure to love the Dodge Thanksgiving Parade. It starts with Dodge Grand Caravan. Buy now and you'll get $1,000 cash back. Or parade around in this Dodge Caravan, which includes all this at no extra charge. And after $750 cash back, the price drops to just $17,245. But this parade won't last, so get to your Dodge dealer now, before the parade passes you by.
Excuse me, will you block this phone? I'm thinking about giving it as a gift, and I want it to look real nice. Hey, there you go. You know, 4 out of 5 Sprint PCS users prefer its clarity to cellular.
What makes this different from a cellular?
As you can see, when you call somebody, it's very, very clear.
She's not home! She wouldn't believe I was on a fancy phone.
See your Sprint PCS Select retailers for local rates as low as 10 cents a minute. Does she screen her calls?
Mary Pat! I don't think so.
And welcome back to News 10 Sports Final. The Eagles wrap up a great holiday weekend, and they now have what the other teams in the NFC East don't have, and that's momentum. And they got Big Mo in a big way with a shootout at the Vet. Here is the Locker Room Report. On a weekend most Eagles fans gave thanks. Their football team was one of the things to be thankful for. For the second straight week, Bobby Hoying came out smoking. working behind an offensive line that gave him the time to put the Eagles in the end zone.
Hoying's back. He's looking. He's still looking. He is going deep. And it is caught for a touchdown by Michael Timpson.
Robbie is just doing a great job. He's just doing a great job for us. All the receivers are coming up with clutch catches all over and over again. I think that they're really excited because of the way he spreads the ball around, and they know if they get open, they can get the ball.
But the Bengals and ageless quarterback Boomer Esiason did not go quietly. In a performance perhaps more memorable than any other of his 14-year career, Boomer threw for 378 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Esiason backpedals, looks, has time, and now he doesn't. And he is running. He is firing the football wide open and running in for the touchdown is Hunden.
He had a great day. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, everyone saw what we saw out there. It's like I said all week, he's still a great quarterback.
A lot of mental errors, and he's smart enough kind of quarterback to find those errors, and it hurt us.
But the day will also be remembered for Bobby Hoying's last-minute heroics. Down a point with a minute to play, Hoying marched the Eagles 61 yards. This pass to Irving Fryer set up the game-winning kick.
Here is the game right here. The ball is spotted. The kick is away. It's gone! It's gone! At the gun! And the Eagles win it! The Eagles win it! Finally, the Eagles win it!
So at 6-6-1, the Eagles can still win the NFC East. If they do, look back on this day as the game Bobby Hoying delivered hope to a team written off just 3 weeks ago.
I don't think I looked at it like, okay, I'm going to go out and make some mistakes and learn from this year. I mean, I want to go out and win right now.
It's about time for us to explode and really get some points and somebody to play, the way offense we can do.
And unbelievably, they are still in it with 3 games left to go in the season. And they're still in it because they got some help today from some other teams around the NFC East. Dan Brady now here live with us. Tell us what's going on in the NFC East. Man, what's happening?
Week 14 was really, like you said, we're going to remember this date for a long time. Dick Vermeil's Rams at Washington, everybody. Prior to this game, only the 49ers allowed less points than the Washington Redskins. You're now taking a look at Dick Vermeil. He said he's not giving up on his team. Norv Turner's team hasn't allowed many points. 3rd and 10, it's a tie football game. Rams-Redskins, Tony Banks to Amp Lee. On a 3rd and 10, he goes 45 yards. He gets all the way down to the Washington 5-yard line. And Jeff Wilkins then with a 25-yard field goal to win it for the Rams, their first road win of the season. And look at Vermeil, the jolly man. St. Louis, 23-20. The Rams, again, their first road win of the season. Tampa Bay at the Meadowlands to play the Giants. These are the G-men, and they will be here next week. Bucks ball, quarterback Trent Dill for a little play action. Finds Mike Allstott, makes it 7-0 Buccaneers. Allstott is the prototype fullback. Boom! Going right up the middle, Allstott. And the Buccaneers win 20-8. It's Tampa Bay's first winning season. They've guaranteed themselves a winning season because they're 9-4. Haven't had a winning season since 1982. Here's your NFC East stuff now. The Giants, and by the way, Danny Cannell for the first time got booed today at the Meadowlands. He was hearing it. Eagles, Redskins both at 6-6-1. And you see Dallas, their worst season thus far since the 1990 season. And Dallas will host Carolina next week. Week 14 started with Dallas losing to Tennessee, of course, on Thanksgiving. The Giants and Redskins also lose. And in the NFC West, the team that Dallas will play next, Carolina, well, they also lose. They're 6-7. Their sack total is way down from last year. They had 60 sacks last year. They're just at around the 30 sack mark right now. Tomorrow night, Packers at the Vikings. Green Bay is 0-5 at Minnesota under Mike Holmgren. So Favre and company looking to erase some of those demons that have plagued them because they've really never played well in Minnesota under Holmgren and under Favre.
Okay, fine. Good man. Okay, buddy. Good shot. Still ahead on Sports Final, Howard Eskin will return. Give us more of his skinny on today's big Eagles victory. All that ahead on Sports Final.
Now, Mr. Wells, we're going to monitor your thoughts. Listen carefully. Your boss wants to have a talk with you. You're being audited. It's 110 degrees in rush hour traffic. You're stuck in a used car. Mr. Wells, a used car. Mr. Wells, are you paying attention?
You've come this far. Don't let arthritis keep you down. Try Icy Hot's new Arthritis Therapy Gel. Doctor-recommended capsaicin blocks pain for fast, odor-free relief. New Arthritis Therapy Gel takes pain relief to a whole new level.
My feet are killing me 8 hours a day. Nothing helps.
Introducing Gold Bond Medicated Foot Powder. 3 foot relievers in 1. Only Gold Bond absorbs moisture, controls odor with baking soda, and stops foot itch. New Gold Bond Medicated Foot Powder.
Finally something that really helps.
Mornings from 5 to 9 on NBC 10.
Make a difference in your 9 to 5. First, NBC News at Sunrise tells you what happened overnight.
Then News 10 Today with Steve Levy and Connie Cola delivers more local news.
More Earthwatch updates.
And more Chopper 10 plus live metro traffic reports.
Then at 7, it's the Today Show with Katie Couric and Matt Lauer.
4 hours of the news you need.
4 hours of Earthwatch updates.
And 4 hours of live metro traffic.
So before your 9 to 5,
catch our 5 to 9 here on NBC 10.
Everyone loves a parade, so everyone is sure to love the Dodge Thanksgiving Parade. Leading off with this Dodge Dakota. It's full of surprises, like a Magnum V6 at no extra charge and a low $199 a month lease. Next up, Dodge Ram, the truck that changed the rules. For just $15,125, you could be parading around with a lot of change in your pocket. But this parade won't last, so get to your Dodge dealer now, before the parade passes you by.
Welcome back to News 10 Sports Final. I'm your host, Vice Sikahema. Joining me once again, Howard Eskin. The line is already out for next week's game. The Eagles win this one, and they're going to be on top of the division and in the driver's seat.
You know what? I think they're going to win it. Atlanta's going to be a struggle, then they're going to win that, then they're going to get to Washington. But the Eagles are a 4-point favorite against the Giants.
That surprises you?
Yeah, I am a little surprised, but I'll give you an early one. They're going to win by more than 4. We won't say lay the number or do any of that stuff. They're going to win by more than 4. They're going to win that game. They're going to win that game, and it's going to come down to the Washington game is what it's going to come down to, which is going to be fascinating for the season. Dallas plays the Giants. It's going to be great. I think that's what the NFL wants, parity.
We're going to talk about that all week long.
Right.
You and I are going to talk about the Sixers, and right now they're in the process of trying to make a big trade.
They've been trying for weeks, but from what I hear now, they are really, really, really close. They worked hard the other day. They talked to a few teams. One of them was Golden State. Golden State wants too much for Joe Smith. The names of Sixers keep on bouncing about are Jerry Stackhouse, Clarence Weatherspoon, and I think Jimmy Jackson, depending on what they get, could be a part of it, but mostly Stackhouse, who I don't think they're going to sign, and Weatherspoon. But now they're really, really into it, and I hear there's a team from the Western Conference, another team from the team in their conference outside their division that they're talking to, and I think what I hear, something could happen within next week.
Okay, and you've got some information on baseball, specifically the Phils.
Yeah, J.D. Drew, their first draft pick. There is a feeling now among people in the front office that it's just all but shot, that it's going to be very unlikely that they sign their pick, J.D. Drew. This guy, they're waiting for the suit to come down, but J.D. Drew's not going to win that. He's probably going to, he's going to go back in the draft. But it's discouraging for them and I think for fans to see that they don't get the pick that they used to draft at 2. And you can't lose a guy like that, but it appears now, from what they feel, they're going to lose him.
Okay, good information. Good job today on the Locker Room Report. And we'll be talking to you and listening to you on the radio all week long. Still more ahead on Sports Final tonight. The Sixers have a showdown with the Indiana Pacers. All that's coming up next on Sports Final.
To be fair, the best way to judge something new is to simply compare it to what has come before. Head to head, apples to apples. Except in this case it wouldn't be fair and not so simple. Because this time, what's new is not an apple. The daring new Audi A6. Imagine how the apples must feel.
The other guys have no blue, but Dateline's all new. In the days before Princess Diana died, she had a new love at her side.
It's very painful to talk about this.
But who was Dodi Fayed? He's been called a playboy and a spoiled rich kid.
I don't want him to be portrayed this way.
Now his family breaks their silence and fights back against the rumors.
The whole family loved him. He was kind and generous.
And reveals the true passion Dodi felt for Diana.
I think he really wanted to marry her.
The real Dodi Fayed. Dateline NBC Tuesday.
With 17,000 stores across the planet, 7-Eleven has brought the world closer together with things like the Slurpee. But now we've really done it. Introducing the 7-Eleven International Prepaid Phone Cards. Get great rates when you call the UK and Canada.
Peter!
No.
Mexico.
No me digas, ay qué bueno.
Or Japan.
Konnichiwa, Otosan, Akasan.
Another 7-Eleven innovation bringing the world closer together.
Brain freeze.
Not long ago, we loaned these mechanics Home Depot's Husky tools and asked them to give them a shot. We told them they were made in America and guaranteed forever. Now they won't give them back. And we don't really feel like arguing with them. Husky, the toughest name in tools. Available at the Home Depot.
Everyone loves a parade, so everyone is sure to love the Dodge Thanksgiving Parade. Leading off with the 98 Dodge Neon. Get $1,500 cash back, or choose 1.9 financing for up to 60 months, which could save you over $2,700. Get the same low financing on a 98 Dodge Stratus that could save you over $3,100, or take home $1,500 cash back. But this parade won't last, so get to your Dodge dealer now, before the parade passes you by.
And welcome back to News 10 Sports Final. We left just enough time for some pro basketball. Sixers in Indiana for the return of Larry Brown. But this is Larry Bird's team now, and Bird has the Pacers off to a 7-6 start. Reggie Miller drains one of his threes right there, puts the Pacers up by 10 early on. 17 points on the night for Miller. Clarence Witherspoon on the dunk here had a team-high 18 points and added 10 boards. To the delight of Larry Brown. Mark Jackson, who had a 14-assist, feeds Rick Smits for two of his game-high 25 as the Pacers drop the Sixers 101-89. That's all the time we have tonight. Our thanks to Eagles quarterback Bobby Hoying for stopping by and joining us tonight. Stay tuned. Up next is George Michael on the Sports Machine. For Howard Eskin, Dan Brady, and all of us here at NBC 10, I am Vi Sikaham. Have a great night. We will see you next week and throughout the week.
Back. He is looking, floating it to the near side, and it is caught inside the 15 by Pryor. Inside the... Here is the game right here. The ball is spotted. The kick is away. It's gone! It's gone! And the gun! And the Eagles win it! The Eagles win it! Finally!
We're doing more than selling cars and trucks. We're solving problems.
We're looking for something roomy and comfortable.
But versatile, too. Well, I thought Taurus. But then I picked up on something he said.
We'd like to look at an Explorer.
It's roomy, comfortable, versatile, and I had a feeling they didn't want to spend a lot.
We don't want to spend a lot.
Problem solved.
Problem solving. Another plus. Now drive an Explorer for just $237 a month from your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
Before you buy a digital wireless phone, Bell Atlantic Mobile wants you to ask this simple question. Does it work just about everywhere? Does it work here and out here? Does your phone sound clear here? The fact is, Boston, D.C., nobody has more digital coverage with the most advanced digital technology than we do. A cell phone is only as good as the network it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic Mobile.
Really love golf? Then we've got the store for you. The world's largest wonderland of golf, golf, and more golf. Golfsmith Golf Center, because you can't get enough golf.
perhaps our most impressive safety advance ever. A Volvo that can save your soul. Introducing the all-wheel drive cross-country from Volvo.
Arthur Fennell on News 10 at 5.
Tonight, through the use of the sports machine, when the Eagles and Bengals play, last team to score wins. The Saints knock out the Panthers quarterback, and maybe their shot at the playoffs. Golfer Tom Lehman has the greatest payday of his career in just 18 holes. I'm George Michael. We'll put the stuffing on your Thanksgiving Day weekend with the plays of the month of November, tonight on the Sports Machine. So the biggest knock on the San Francisco 49ers this year has been the belief by some that the 49ers' 11-game winning streak has come against weak sisters. And considering today's debacle against the Kansas City Chiefs, the critics will say, told you so. 49ers picked apart by Kansas City in every department. The Chiefs crushed the 49ers 44-9. How bad was it? It's the worst loss by the Niners in 17 years. Let's take you out to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Look at this. Chiefs fans saying, you know what we want? We won our first Super Bowl in 28 years. Those weren't the Lewis girls I see out there in Kansas City, was it? First quarter, 49ers trail 7-3. After this play, Steve Young was never the same today, and I think he would agree with me. Steve Young drops back to pass. The whistle blows to stop the play. But here comes Anthony Davis from behind. Now, Anthony Davis got a 15-yard penalty, but Steve Young was not the same the rest of the game. Steve Young was sacked 4 times. He took a pounding from the Chiefs' ferocious defense. In the second quarter of the game, the Chiefs lead 21-3. Marcus Allen, the running back. The pitch back to Marcus Allen. You're going to run, you're going to throw, Marcus. He wanted to run. It brings up 2 defenders. He tosses to Ted Popson, the former 49er. Allen's 6th career touchdown pass. Do they love Marcus in Kansas City? Fourth quarter of the game. You're looking at Rich Gannon, who had 3 touchdown passes. Rich Gannon looking for Andre Rison. Spider-Man going up the right side is open. The ball is on the money and a great touchdown reception to Andre Rison. What a big game for the Chiefs. They win 44-9. Marty Schottenheimer get ready for a Gatorade bath. The Chiefs crush the Niners. Now, if you're quarterback Steve Young of the 49ers, you don't want to sit down and do a big analyzation of this game. No way.
To analyze this game, it's not going to be that hard. I mean, any of you could comment on this game, and you'd be as good at it as I would.
They played a great team. No one wants to say it, no one wants to admit it, but they played a great team, you know, and you guys can keep picking us as underdogs. We don't care, because once the whistle blows, it's not up to you anyway. It's up to the players, and I hope people can see that now.
Andre Rison of the Chiefs. The Miami Dolphins salute the franchise's first victory ever in Oakland. And here's tonight's Nicoderm trivia question. Who holds the NFL record for the most receptions in one game?
Meet Sean Graham, veteran stuntman. This is how he lives. This is what he drives. What else would he drive? Chevy S10, like a rock.
The news is getting around. You just dialed 10-321. About a way to save over AT&T on every call within the U.S.
Dial 10321 from home, then make your call as usual.
And save 50% off all calls over 20 minutes.
It used to cost $10 to call my mom. Now it's $5.
Plus, get great international rates.
London.
No need to sign up. Just dial
10-321. No wonder the word is spreading.
From a special place where chocolate is everything comes Hershey's Pot of Gold box chocolates. A place where clusters of almonds, caramels, and pecans are nestled in beds of chocolate, and cups of milk chocolate dance with toasted coconut. Pot of Gold fine box chocolates from Hershey. A place where chocolate is everything.
Quick
It was the first time I had seen this play, and I just had to know.
Romeo, dost thou love me?
Does that love come with a lifetime guarantee?
Lifetime guarantee? What do you think this is? That new GM Good Wrench Service Plus?
I got a lifetime guarantee on parts and labor, plus upfront pricing, plus courtesy transportation. New GM Good Wrench Service Plus.
The plus means better.
Call for the select GM dealer near you.
Well, the wildest game of the day took place in Philadelphia, where the Eagles may finally have found a quarterback who can win. Bobby Hoying threw for 4 touchdown passes. He leads the Eagles to a nail-biting 44-42 victory over the Bengals. Hoying is now undefeated in his first 3 pro starts. The Eagles are now tied with the Redskins for second place in the NFC East. All those of you who said the Eagles were dead, raise your hands and say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. First quarter, game tied 7-7. You're looking at Boomer Esiason, Bengals quarterback. He throws after getting away from the rush, not once but twice on the run to James Hunden, 37-yard touchdown. I am telling you, Boomer Esiason looked as good today as I've ever seen him in his career. Man, did he enjoy this game. Except for the outcome. Third quarter, Eagles lead 27-21. I love Bobby Hoying. Hoying to Kevin Turner. Kevin, you are a genius. How did you make this catch, Turner? There's no way he made that catch. There's no way. Yo, you can't do that. Over Sam Shade, that is an impossible catch. 34-21 Eagles. Now, why do the Eagles tolerate Ricky Waters and his attitude? I'll show you why. Leading 34-28. Ricky Waters comes up the middle, bounces off of his own blockers, bounces off of would-be tacklers once, twice, into the end zone. 16-yard touchdown. It's 41-28. But wait, it's not over. Bengals trail now 41-28. Boomer Esiason back to work again. On the money to James Hunden. 378 yards and 4 touchdowns for Boomer Esiason. The Bengals will take the lead 42-41. Now with time running out, there's time for 1 field goal attempt. It's 42-41 the Bengals. The kick is up by Chris Bonio. 31-yard field goal is good. The Eagles outscore the Bengals 44-42. And you thought you had high scores in your Sunday morning touch game. Well, it's getting kind of crowded atop the AFC East. The Dolphins, who had never won in Oakland ever, power their way past the Raiders for a 34-16 victory. That win moves the Dolphins into a first-place tie with the Jets and the Patriots. And the Raiders, by the way, are within 1 defeat of their first 10-loss season in 10 years. Let me take you out to Oakland. Love Raider fans. Raider fans, you see, are beautiful people. These are the beautiful people first. In the first quarter of the game with no score, Jeff George at quarterback looking for Tim Brown. Tim Brown first pushes off and then gets away from Sam Madison. Goodbye, Sam. 24-yard touchdown. It's 7-0. Raiders on top. Second quarter of the game, the Dolphins, Dan Marino and the Dolphins trail 10-7. Dan Marino to Charles Jordan. Jordan takes it in full flight, goes right past everybody. 44 yards and 2 touchdowns for Charles Jordan as the Dolphins would come from behind and take the lead. In the third quarter of the game, the Raiders are now trailing 24-10. Jeff George, deep in his own territory, to the goal line. He gets hit by Zach Thomas. Loose football to Tim Bowens. The Dolphins hand the Raiders their 9th loss of the year, 34-16. First win in Oakland ever. They had lost 9 in a row. Jimmy loves it. Speaking of loving it, last week Mike Ditka, as you know, wanted to quit on the Saints. Today, the Saints showed they are not ready to quit on Mike Ditka. The Saints, who have been maligned even by their own coaches, score 13 points off of Carolina turnovers. Saints beat the Panthers 16-13. The win snaps the Saints' 16-game losing streak against NFC Western Division opponents. Let's take you down to Charlotte. First quarter of the game, the Panthers, Kerry Collins at quarterback. He'll drop back, looking, he throws, it's picked off by Anthony Newman. Newman of the Saints with the interception, Newman returning. Now watch Collins. Collins gets wiped out by Leroy Glover, and I mean he got wiped out. He would leave in the second quarter as the result of that hit, which gave him a concussion. In the second quarter, the Saints lead 3-0. Ray Zellers will bounce off of Eric Davis. It bounces right off, keeps on going, works his way to the end zone. Touchdown, 10-0 Saints. Mike Ditka said, now this is football. This is good, tough football. Fourth quarter, Panthers trail 13-3. Give the ball to Fred Lane, which they do. Fred Lane into the middle of the line, can't get anything. He then bounces outside on second effort. Touchdown. That would tie the game. 13. Give us that caterpillar crawl, Fred. Is that beautiful? I want to see you try that one time. 5 seconds to go. Game tied 13-13. Doug Bryan, 45-yard field goal attempt is good. The Saints edge the Panthers 16-13. This time last week, Mike Ditka won it out. This time this week, Mike Ditka says, I'm a happy man.
I feel good. I really do. I really do. I mean, it's and I, you know, like I said, last week, this week is this week, but there'll be no more last weeks.
Here's the answer to tonight's Nicoderm trivia question: who holds the NFL record for the most receptions in a single game? And the answer, please, is Tom Fears of the Rams, 18 catches versus the Packers in 1950.
And over easy.
Take these back.
They're
over hard. Try again.
I think I liked you better smoking. He's quitting, cold turkey.
Hey, I'm quitting myself. Can I suggest?
Nicoderm CQ. Does that help?
If it didn't, you'd be wearing these eggs.
With a 24-hour stream of medicine, Nicoderm CQ calms even nasty cravings. It's the power to calm, the power to comfort, the power to quit successfully. You know what? I like you better not smoking.
With 17,000 stores across the planet, 7-Eleven has brought the world closer together with things like the Slurpee. But now we've really done it. Introducing the 7-Eleven International Prepaid Phone Cards. Get great rates when you call the UK and Canada.
Peter!
No!
Mexico.
No me digas, hay que bueno!
Or Japan.
Konnichiwa, Otosan, Akasan.
Another 7-Eleven innovation bringing the world closer together.
Brain freeze!
Next.
Susie Doran, straight-A student, always feeds the cat.
Very nice. Let's give her a Dish Network digital satellite system.
Sir?
Dish Network, the 18-inch satellite dish. It's the best value. It delivers 40 of America's favorite channels for just $19.99 a month. That's much less than cable for a lot more channels. It offers digital pictures, CD quality sound, and an easy interactive program guide. Best of all, an entire system is only $199. It even comes with a free self-installation kit or $50 off a professional installation if you order today. It's the perfect gift for the entire family. Next.
Ed Rogers, Little League coach, always remembers his anniversary.
Dish Network. Next.
J.R. Murdoch breaks promises, overcharges on his paper route.
Let's give him cable.
Call 1-888-770-DISH now or visit Sears to enjoy Dish Network's great holiday offer.
Sam was cruising along when he was broadsided by the cruelest driver of all, Love, a.k.a. Sophie. Now he was at the intersection of his life, waiting for the light to change. To his left, he saw his never-taken trip to Nepal. To his right, that girl from Savannah with the tattoo. And straight ahead, he saw his future with Sophie. Green light, Sammy boy. What's it gonna be? Love 1, tattoo girl 0.
You know, a few weeks ago, I really thought the Seattle Seahawks were headed to the playoffs. I mean, Warren Moon had them on a roll. Those playoff hopes were dealt an upsetting blow today. The Falcons win their third in a row, beat Seattle 24-17. Let's take you out to the Kingdome in Seattle. Third quarter. Falcons lead 17-14. That's Byron Hanspard. He takes the kickoff at his own 7. Would you look at this bad special teams tackling? Hanspard, with the help of some bad tackling, goes 93 yards. The Falcons would beat the Seahawks 24-17. The Seahawks, who looked so good a few weeks ago, now are 6-7, and the playoffs are not on the horizon. In Buffalo, the first quarter, no score. You're looking at Todd Collins, Buffalo Bills quarterback. He's looking for the veteran, Andre Reed, right into your living room. Perfectly throwing 22-yard touchdown. The Buffalo Bills on top of the New York Jets, 7-0. Now we're in the fourth quarter. It's tied 10-10. Collins for Lonnie Johnson. Check out what Lonnie Johnson does after the catch. Bounces off of 2 tacklers. Man, that's when you're a Mack truck on the loose. Lonnie Johnson, 38-yard touchdown. Bills over the Jets 20-10. We're in the nation's capital. Second quarter. That's Tony Banks of the Rams. They trail the Redskins 10-3. Tony Banks to Amp Lee out of the backfield. Amp Lee 36 yards. Game tied 10-10. Amp Lee and the Rams looking for the upset. They came in 8-point underdogs. Now we're in the third quarter, tied 10-10. Gerald Moore, who's replaced Lawrence Phillips, 5-yard touchdown. The Rams snap an 8-game losing streak, upset the Redskins 23-20 in the nation's capital. It was 42 degrees. No, it was 48 degrees. See, had it been 42 degrees or less, the Buccaneers would lose because they've never won when it's below 42 degrees. So today, with it being 48 degrees, you know they're going to win. Third quarter, Tampa Bay leads 7-3. Mike Allstott, what a powerhouse running back he's been this year for the Bucs. 9-yard TD run. The Buccaneers at 9-4 beat the Giants 20-8. Giants are now 7-5-1. In Arizona, now this is what you call a confident Cardinal fan. If you want a piece of this, get in line. All right, hardest hit of the day. The Steelers' Cordell Stewart. He throws for Yancey Thigpen, who is wiped out by Matt Darby. Matt Darby led with a shoulder. Don't find him, NFL. It was a hard, vicious hit, but he did lead with the shoulder. Oh, that's defense, right? That is tough defense. Sure, it's easy for you guys to say, let's get a little razzle-dazzle going. So let's go to overtime. We're tied 20-20. The Steelers, you know what their theme song is. Just get on the bus. The bus is this man, Jerome Bettis, who bounces off a one-tackler at the 10, pushes everybody out of the way and says, let me get to the end zone. Game-winning touchdown for Jerome Bettis. Here comes Bill Cowher. The Steelers over the Cardinals 26-20. And next week, the Steelers look forward to hosting the Denver Broncos in Pittsburgh. In Jacksonville, first quarter, no score. That's Mark Brunell, quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. From out of the shotgun formation, Brunell will be looking for Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith coming over the middle, has it, loses it right into the hands of Antonio Langham. Now Langham will weave in and out, cut back to the left, now make a cut to the right. Langham knows where the end zone is, and he's going to get there. Touchdown, 40 yards. It's 7-0. The Baltimore Ravens on top. But in the third quarter, with the Jaguars leading 16-14, Mark Brunell for Damon Jones on the money for 26 yards. Damon Jones pulls the tackler into the end zone. Jaguars over the Ravens 29-27. Man, if the Ravens could play defense, who knows how good they'd be. In Foxborough, in the fourth quarter of the game, the New England Patriots are clinging to a 13-10 lead over the Colts. Drew Bledsoe at quarterback, looking for Troy Brown all the way. He's on the money. Troy Brown, touchdown. The Patriots at 8-5 over the Colts, 20-17. Good game and good catch. In San Diego, I want you to play the referee. Are you ready? All right, you're the referee. Is or is this not a touchdown? You know that's John Elway of the Broncos. He's looking for Smith. Now tell me if this is a touchdown or not. Up and over. What do you call this? Is that a touchdown or is that not a touchdown? You say no touchdown. Referee, what do you say? Referee isn't sure what to say. Well, it's a touchdown. No, wait a minute. He's pushed out. Finally, after a conference, it's called a touchdown because it was ruled that he was pushed out of bounds. Oh, Kevin, I know how you feel about it, but, you know, you can't argue with the referees. Third quarter, Broncos lead 28-14. John Elway, this is a terrible pass. This is an awful pass. Against the grain into the middle of the field, and it's a touchdown to Ed McCaffrey. How do you do that? Only John Elway and the Broncos can get away with that kind of stuff. Tom Lehman did not win a tournament this year, but he had 9 of 10 top 10 finishes, you know. Well, finally, he wins today, earning $300,000 in the annual skin game. Let's take you out to La Quinta, California. I want to start with Mark O'Mara on 14. Mark O'Mara needed a birdie putt to help force another $40,000 over to the next hole. And Mark O'Mara gets a beautiful long putt. He and Tom Lehman tied the hole. They would stay tied through 15 on to 16. Now on 16, Mark O'Mara for $120,000 and 3 skins. Mark O'Mara won $240,000, but the big winner is this man, Tom Lehman, on 18. He ends up winning $300,000 this weekend along with 10 skins. Tom Lehman, top money winner in the skins game. See, all those top 10 finishes, Tom, finally paid off with a big payday. Our Primestar Play of the Week bids an emotional farewell to college football's winningest coach, taking on in New Orleans, Louisiana. 78-year-old Coach Rob, Eddie Robinson, in his 56th and final year as head coach at Grambling, giving his team one final pep talk. The halftime ceremony, of course, included a special hug from his wife, Doris. Southern would defeat Grambling 30-7 in Eddie Robinson's final game. They were 3-8 this year. Eddie Robinson retires with a record of 408 wins and earns our Primestar Play of the Week. We'll put you right in the middle of the action with the plays of November. Hold on tight.
Hi! This holiday season, get Primestar Satellite TV for just $99. It's Primestar's holiday gift pack. And it includes the dish you don't have to buy, installation, our revolutionary Prime Finder remote, and an ultra-cool Disney Channel watch, all for only $99. This holiday, there's no better deal than Primestar.
That's right!
Call 1-800-PRIMESTAR now or visit your local Radio Shack.
Better hurry up!
Offer expires December 31st.
Bye-bye!
It's a smile, it's a look like romance in a book. It's in your heart.
The holidays shine with Gordon's diamond bracelets, including this 1-carat bracelet for just $4.99, or a 2-carat diamond bracelet for only $9.99, and this striking 4-carat diamond bracelet now just $16.99 for the holidays at Gordon's.
We'll make you shine.
Gordon's Jewelers since 1905.
Start your day with us on Monday morning from 5:30 to 7 a.m. We'll get you caught up on all your news, weather, and traffic. I'm Connie Cola. We will also tell you the hottest gift ideas for the Christmas season. So join us Monday from 5:30 to 7 a.m.
And I want a camel hair sport coat, cotton pinpoint dress shirts, Italian silk tie, 5 of them. Okay. And a top coat.
At today's man, we have everything a man could want this holiday season. Pinpoint Oxford dress shirts, cotton blend shirts, London fog top coats, and hundreds of other gift choices.
I also want 2 wool knit shirts.
Let's go, honey. There are other people who want to see Santa too.
And a leather jacket, really, really soft. And a raincoat and khakis.
Today's man. Call for location near you.
Looking to go farther? Your search is over. Introducing the all-new, totally redesigned Isuzu Rodeo from your Isuzu dealers.
You're watching NBC 10.
Welcome back to the Sports Machine. The great thing about the month of November is you get a little bit of everything, and it provides us with some great moments in sports. Let's take a trip around the world of the sports for Plays of the Month. Do we walk with style into these plays of November? Thank you, Merton Hanks, for doing the turkey walk. Made a perfect walk, man. Oh, now people are imitating him. Is this the worst imitation of Merton Hanks you've ever seen? Shaq, you can't do it, man. Well, now there are people who are in the stands wanting to do it. Worst choreographed dance. You've got it. Thank you, ladies. Best halftime shooter. This is Brian Dix for $5,000 for a scholarship fund and a brand new Pontiac. You better hurry up, Brian. You've only got 30 seconds. Now you're down to 3, 2, 1 as the buzzer sounds, and he wins a brand new car and $5,000. Brian, if you're happy and you feel good, let's see you run around and enjoy yourself. Sure, Brian. Dad's real proud of you. Second longest shot of the month. LaRon Prophet, flying through the air. One of the Terrapins of Maryland. LaRon Prophet. I like that. That's sweet. But wait, the longest shot of the month, Matt Harpring of Georgia Tech. Turns and throws and hits nothing but net. Matt, nice shot, just like you practiced. George Carl, did you like that shot? Oh, all right, George. Well, we won't show that again until Plays of the Year. Chain reaction. Maurice Taylor of the Clippers into Dennis Rodman, who falls, and who then gets Luke Long. Ow, whoa. A cameraman needs to get into the action. I mean, you got to get up close and into it, man. That's what I like, and keep that tape rolling. You sure? You got to pay the price. No guts, no glory. Flip of the month. Deion Sanders with the interception. He sees the end zone. He'll just fly over Steve Young. Try. Oh, what a crash landing. I don't think it quite worked the way you wanted, Deion. Special teams hit. Dwight Stone of the Panthers into Derek Lavelle. Now, Dwight, roll him over, Derek. Count him down. Count of 1, 2, 3. You've pinned him. Go ahead. Dwight, you can go ahead and get up. Dwight, go ahead and get up. Just come on in. Whoopsie daisy. Our most painful pass. East Carolina, follow the football. Dan Gonzalez throws for the sideline. Hits the referee in the face. You ever been hit in the face by a football? Let's see what he looks like. That's a good close-up of the referee, man. Kamikaze tackle of the month. Watch the very center of your screen, number 4. Keep your eye on number 4. It's Mike Rose of Purdue. Are you with me? Go ahead, Mike. Is that a wild way to make a tackle? Watch next year, the NCAA, they'll outlaw that because it's not politically correct and it'll hurt somebody. Hardest hit of the month. This hit hurts. Penn State's Bob Stevenson going up the sideline, hit by Dadrian Taylor. Dadrian Taylor of Michigan. That'll put you out. You like that play, do you, huh? All right, best fake punt. This is the Chiefs' Louis Aguiar. His pass is caught by Kevin Lockett because the Seahawks were confused and thought it really was a punt. Barry, let me see if Barry liked that play. Coach Barry Switzer, you like that play? Oh, I know, man, but Barry, it worked for him, and whatever the Chiefs like, they'll do. The catch of the month, the Broncos' Rod Smith versus the Chiefs. One hand, he manages somehow with fingertips to pull that in. Rod, that's as good as it gets. The worst headbutt of the month, Gus Farrat, who said, he was thinking of maybe turning his career into pro wrestling. The punch of the month, Shane Mosley, Emmanuel Gomez. Did he land full? Timber! The Blow on Top Award. Mitch McDonald of Jerome, Idaho at Pomona. You know Pomona's always got the wildest ride, and now you know why. Mitch, I think you left your top somewhere back on a drag strip, man. Wildest ride. Leslie Doyle on the bull, Little Britches. First Little Britches gets Leslie, then in comes Frank Newsom to the rescue. Little hostage took everybody out of the action. But our play of the month, here it is. This is my favorite play. Upper Perkiomen and Lansdale Catholic and White. Quarterback Mike DeMartelier to Tim Herman. To running back Brian Foy. Brian Foy back to Joe Keating. To Frank Pizzulo. Frank Pizzulo will go back to the quarterback. The quarterback will then throw to the center. A center doesn't want it. Ken Kosminski goes back to Tim Herman, the original receiver. Tim Herman goes 87 yards for the touchdown. Lansdale Catholic lost Upper Perkiomen, but you got to admit, they do know how to perfect the art of making a play when there's no time left. Want to take just a moment to welcome everyone in Kansas City tonight watching on KC-TV. We thank you for letting us be a part of your weekend. We look forward to seeing you next Sunday on the Sports Machine. If you're driving, make it a safe wrap up to a holiday weekend. Drive safely. Good night, everybody.
Perhaps our most impressive safety advance ever. A Volvo that can save your soul. Introducing the all-wheel drive cross-country from Volvo.
On here.
Tomorrow Never Dies. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, December 19th.
The exclusive Earthwatch Flyby, only on News 10.